that's enough of that.
Sorry, I backed out a bit early.
No, it's all right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the final episode, emphasis on final, of the Bad Questions, Worst Answers podcast. Each week, I, Connor.
Wait a minute.
I almost duped you. Along with my friend Charlie.
Hello.
This is the great start. Presenting bad questions to the others, then as a group, or then as both of us. We really need to fix that out of the doc. We attempt to explore these bad questions with the worst answers. All right. So
how is that consistently, like, we always start on a low point? I think a big issue for us is every time we're coming in on a low point because we struggle so much with the intro.
I know. I took out as a group, and then it's just going to be, then we attempt. Okay, that was... We finally got that fixed. Oh, holy shit. Anyway, before we get into the questions, we want to run through some of our famous bits. First off, Charlie, what was a good thing that happened this week? What was the best thing?
Connor,
here we go.
I don't actually have a way to intro this. My girlfriend has friends in town, which means that she's dealing with them, and I don't have to deal with her. So talk about a big win. I want to emphasize that we have a positive relationship and, add a lot to each other's lives, but a break is nice. A break is a good thing.
I very much value my alone time.
Mm-hmm.
Although I love my GF, we spend a lot of time together. I just want to clarify that, but I do love
throw it in.
I do love a day or two of alone time just to collect myself and do whatever I want. Not that I wasn't able to do whatever I want before.
No, not that they limit. Not that they
limit what we're doing. We want to talk. We just want to emphasize that, but
yeah, we live happy and fulfilling lives, both inside and outside of our relationships.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a nice thing, and I think especially because when we were in school, we spent so much time together. Because she would just come over here and we'd work, and then just go to bed, wake up the next day. Yeah, because we're in the same major, we're in all the same classes because of the major. So yeah, it was just a lot of time together. So it's been nice, kind of the last week or so in general, just to be a little more apart. And then now that she has friends in town, it's been even better. So it's just a nice little break. Before then she's coming home. We're bringing her to you, Connor.
Oh.
Yeah, this is big. So yeah, it'll be a nice break before we jump back in for a lot of time together, which is great.
It's awesome.
It's really good.
Yeah. I love it when that happens.
No, anyway. A man loving a woman. I mean, there's
nothing wrong with that.
I don't know about all this other stuff going on. Oh, can we throw this out? An actor that I love, Ellen Page, is now Elliot Page. So congratulations to Elliot Page.
Yeah, congratulations to him.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen any. I think the only movie I've seen of his is Inception.
I forget he's in that. I'm a big fan of Juno.
I've never seen Juno.
And then there's a movie called Hard Candy is the name of it. It's a really creepy it's a really creepy movie, but he's fantastic in it, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure I have that right. I'm gonna do some quick research. Connor, can you introduce your high point of the week?
So for those who don't know, I read on somewhat of pretty regular basis. And I'm reading the Game of Thrones books, and I'm on the second one, Clash of Kings, and I planned on finishing the book today, and I was gonna go be finishing books are great, and while they are, and I plan on finishing it tonight or tomorrow, I've got 30 pages left. I'm killing it. But yeah, there's some just like my best part of my week is getting this book finished. I look forward to reading. It's something that helps wind me down, and just to get on to the next thing of a book. And this shit is like 900 pages. The next installment of the series is like 1,200, so I definitely got like a trek in front of me. But yeah, finishing a book, it's great.
I'll actually finishing a book is a fantastic thing. For me, though, starting a book is such a big win because I love reading and I have tons of things I want to read because I like accumulating the knowledge and stories and stuff. But it's so easy for me to put off. And I started a book last week and I've been like continually reading it. And I'm not moving like fast. It's like a few pages a day, but it's good for me. It's Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. I've read Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, and it's like over 1,000 pages. That thing is a beast of a book. And I just think, I enjoy reading Ayn Rand because it's very crazy, like objectivist, libertarian philosophy. And it's like, I don't really agree with it, but it's interesting to read. And I just love the way she writes. So this is a book about an architect, believe it or not, a couple of them. And so I'm reading it because the professor I'm taking next year is a big fan of it. So I'm thinking if I read this book, then I can suck up to that professor next year. So
hell yeah,
that's exciting.
I
totally agree.
Yeah. To throw this out there, not to double dip or anything, but I've just I know. Well, there's also been a lot of bad stuff this week, so I just want to overcompensate for the good. I saw this movie Maurice. I think it's Morris or Maurice. It's with Hugh Grant, and they made it in 1987. And it's when Hugh Grant, when he's like 27 years old, dude's a stunner. Dude's a steam show. It's like, it's insane. Smoke show. And that's based off a book. And so I recommend anyone to check out that movie. But yeah, let's get into the bad things that happened this week. Charlie?
I want to throw out quickly also that Elliot Page is indeed in Hard Candy, and I had that correct. So, bad thing this week, I just touched on the freedom. The freedom that I've had. The girlfriend's out. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I just touched on that, but then today, right in the middle of this friends in town thing, I had to take my car in. It needs an oil change, which I'd normally do for myself. I want to throw that out. I think that's an attractive quality that I have. I change my own oil. But it's also like the horn hasn't worked for like 3 years.
Is that a pretty intensive process, changing your own oil?
No. If you have the stuff, it's not. And so like in my home region, a farm, we've got a lot of the crap that you need to do that pretty easily. But like here, it would be a huge pain because you need like a basin for the oil to fall into. It's best if you can roll the car up on something so it's a little higher off the ground. It's a whole thing. And you need oil, which is expensive. And so at home, we have tons of that for tractors and stuff. But here, no. So, yeah, I took it in for that. And also, it's just got a bunch of problems that I want to deal with while it's still under warranty. A lot of cool, good content kind of things.
Hell yeah.
But the downside is I don't have the freedom of mobility that I am so used to and appreciate so much.
Yeah, that sucks. I have, like, the worst luck with cars. I swear I have a fucking ailment, like, every, like, few months with my car that costs, like, hundreds of dollars that I just don't need to spend.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's very obnoxious.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And the worst thing for me is, like, I have a decent amount of knowledge about cars and running them and like, maintenance and stuff. But there's tons of stuff that I just, like, I don't know. And I'm not going to, like, argue with the mechanic about. And so they just, like, they gouge me, constantly. It's going in and they're like, you want the full synthetic or the, partial synthetic? And I'm like, well,
yeah, it's just like,
just
fuck
give me
off.
the full
Just,
thing.
like, fix my thing. I don't
Yeah,
care.
well, that's going to be an extra $40 for the full synthetic. And then we're looking at these tires, and it's looking like they're really grinding on the outside. So we're going to need to do a realignment on these, and that's going to be $120. And so it just, like, racks up and racks up.
Do you think mechanics, like, purposely, like, mess up stuff so they keep you coming back? Do you think that's a real thing?
I don't know about that. I don't know. I think that seems a little fake. Especially since it's not like I'm like tied down to one Jiffy Lube, you know? Like there's enough options. I feel like it doesn't really benefit them.
That's true.
But maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that sucks. What sucks for you, Connor? You said you got a lot of bad going on.
Yeah, I lost subs.
Did you talk to Brett?
We'll get to that. Well, last week I gained subs. That was my best thing that happened. I lost subs. I was rocking 415. I dropped down to 515. I dropped down to 511. What the fuck, guys? Wow. What the fuck?
What did they not get?
Yeah, what? Why are we unsubscribing? We're trying to get famous here. We're trying to get huge.
We're on the road to 600.
Yeah, we're on the road to 600, and well, mainly 1,000. That's what my goal is by the end of.
At this rate, we're just on the road back to 500.
I know, yeah.
Who wants that?
Exactly. So yeah, I just want to give a big what the fuck to you guys who are watching this who unsubscribed. I mean, if you are watching this, you probably are already subscribed, but
what did they not like about the Canes video?
I know.
That's honestly quality content.
I don't know if people got that video because I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's almost I'm obviously parroting a mukbang, but like it's almost like so on the nose that I'm just it's kind of like irony to where if you like are trying to be so ironic with it, you become that thing. I feel like I teetered that line.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know what it is. My apartment occasionally just rattles. Like there's not like I don't know. Carry on.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very odd. It's freaky sometimes. Like sometimes it's bigger than that. Goes for a while. No idea what it is though.
Yeah, it's I feel like I was like teetering the line very fine between parody and actual mukbang. Cuz even the thumbnail is like I don't know if people understood. Cuz after I uploaded it I just like dropped subs, but I went to the video and I didn't lose any subs from the video, so I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, so they just moved on. They actively sought out your page and then unsubscribed from it. That's a shame.
And yeah, it fucking sucks.
Well, yeah, fuck them. We don't need them.
You know, we should. Yeah, you know what else? Fuck Brett. What's up with Brett?
I got nothing. I don't know anything about Brett.
Yeah, this is a pretty dry week for Brett. I talked to him on FaceTime the other day. That was I talked to him with several other of my friends, and that was, I mean, it was like a slog whenever he talked, but I was kind of like not, everything went over my head, so I didn't really pay attention.
Noticed that people tend to get up and walk away.
Yeah,
when he starts to talk in a group.
I didn't really pay attention to what he was saying. Yeah, I really got nothing for Brett. I talked to him. Didn't really care to listen.
It's a lot of listening with this guy.
Yeah. You really have to be in a mood to really tolerate any of that, but
not anyway. A question in the house when he's around. I mean, yeah. Well, that's a shame.
So anyway, let's start off with my question here. I've got a heater coming to you.
Yeah, this is a banger. Look out, viewer. Oh, we're back in that.
Yeah. All right, listener. Let's get this thing going. What if everyone in the world daily vlogged? I think this could either go one of two ways. Either we're like 1984. Except everyone, you know how in like 1984, like everywhere was like a screen where it was like a camera watching you. Every person is a screen that's watching you because everything is documented. Or it's just like extremely ridiculous, like really hokey fun. I don't know. I just like imagine like the president or like a world leader just going like, So we're like on Air Force One. We're gonna be taking a tour of this. I did this in a couple months ago, but I just thought I'd give you guys an update on what the plane's like. So I'm actually going to Russia to figure some things out with Putin. We're not really getting along, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna show that. But I'll see you guys after the dinner. What if every vlog was like pretty much like 80% of YouTubers' vlogs where like everything is just the in-between in their lives. They're only vlogging when the not exciting things are happening. They're like, hey guys, I'm going to a bar and like going to this amusement park. I think it's going to be like a lot of fun. And then they forget to vlog that thing, and they're like, okay guys, I'm home, like we're riding in the car, like that was so much fun, right guys? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like wondering how much, like, I'm not really sure all that much would change. Like the people that are good at it would still be the ones that are good at it and be the ones people watch. I guess aside from people that are like important for other reasons, like the president's vlog would be a pretty epic thing to check in on and that kind of deal.
It would just be like fucking insane, like how like natural selection would work with everyone's vlogs. Like I feel like you'd have to do some pretty weird shit to get people to pay attention to you if you were just like some normal ass person.
Yeah, that's I guess it would just be like everybody would be trying to do just like cool and stupid stuff. It'd be like the stupid Snapchat story thumbnail thing, you know, where it's always just like some crazy stupid looking thumbnail. It would just be like everyone trying to do that kind of shit all the time.
I just thought of like what if there just like wasn't that you didn't need police, because if someone did something bad, well, because since everyone has a camera and if someone did something bad, like you're getting canceled. So like every vlogger out there who sees someone that's canceled is just getting like stoned. Like we bring it back to like ancient times, like people are just wailing rocks at all these canceled vloggers, but you don't got a choice. You have to vlog whether you're canceled or not. So like I don't know. Like I don't know. It would be weird. Well, I mean, obviously,
is everyone holding out like a I don't know, a Canon or something like that?
Yes, everyone is holding out a DSLR or an iPhone 12.
Oh, okay.
Doing, hey guys, welcome.
In my head, it was a little more casual on the iPhone, but I love the idea of 7 billion, Canon 5Ds out there marching around. I don't know what people use as vlogging cameras. Probably not a 5D, but
I mean, I think a lot of people use their phones or like a DSLR.
Yeah, I would just love the image. Think of like Times Square, just like everybody trying to get the shot.
Yeah, everyone has their hand out like this. Hey guys, I'm in Times Square. Blah blah blah. And
even the people that are just like normal New Yorkers that are, just like making their way through, like they're all vlogging it too.
Yeah.
I think that's what's great, because you have the tourists doing the tourist stuff, but it would just totally blur the line at that point. Like everybody's just trying to look cute in Times Square and that kind of shit.
I think though it would really force you to be creative with your vlog. Like,
how could you? Isn't creativity like? There's no way you can be that creative, right? Like, at some point, if 7 billion people are all doing the same thing, like, you can't be creative with it anymore. I feel like that's kind of an interesting question, I guess. Is like, at what point does the pool of people doing something get so full that it's impossible to have a unique idea anymore?
Yeah.
Or, like, stand out?
That's an interesting question.
I feel like that's kind of something you'd start to hit.
Yeah, that's, like... I don't know what the cream of the crop, like the cream rising to the top, and when 7 billion people are vlogging, because, I mean, when you're vlogging, like, you have to, like, be like, hey guys, I'm watching this person on YouTube, or like, I'm supporting this person, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the economics and the social, like, how would imagine doing a fucking, like, everyone in, like, a family is vlogging. Like, you have, like, your 9-year-old
I am
vlogging.
so pissed at my brother right now. The brother's like, my fucking sister. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
My sister, the biggest bitch ever. And then, like, just,
she told me I could have the last apple. I ate the fucking last apple, and then she blew up at me.
Let's go see your reaction in her room. Hey, sis! What do you think of this? It's just, everything is, like, for revenge. And you're just like, Mom and Dad are fighting again. Guys, please come help. And, like, some vlogger is, like, vlogging. It's almost like, I don't know. Like, there would be so many fucking funny-ass situations. Like, I think the family dynamic, that would take, I don't know, the divorce rates would have to be skyrocketed if daily vlogging was a thing.
I was just going to say.
Because, like, all these family vloggers have, like, the worst home life. Like, there's no way you can have, like, a healthy relationship when have a camera when you're, like, just being on constantly.
Doesn't, like, Casey Neistat have a, like, podcast where he does relationship therapy with his wife?
I actually think I saw that. I'm gonna look that up.
I don't know if that's legit, but I love the idea of, like, first of all, monetizing your therapy, like throwing in a sponsorship ad every once in a while. You know, you're like, we need to work on our listening. We need to be paying more attention to each other and hearing what each other's saying. And then I'm going to quick shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah. Hey,
if you
guys,
need a quick website, head over to Squarespace.
Hey guys, before our couples therapy begins, this video is actually sponsored by Manscaped. If you want to trim your pubes, do it at Manscaped. They got the lawnmower 3.5 out now. Great.
I think
stuff,
that's the second lawnmower 3.0 that we've called out on the show, by the way. So
what was the
we
other
really need to start getting
3.0?
our sponsors. I feel like we've mentioned it.
No, yeah, we definitely have.
Even better is like having like that, you know, at the beginning, you know, like a short clip of like a fun moment in your relationship therapy podcast. You know, there's like a haha moment, and then they cut to the ad, and then they're cutting in like, all right, welcome back to our relationship sucks. Yeah, I just feel like all that'd be awful. Think of all the husbands that would be like jealous of their wives' yoga instructors and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you get that on camera, like the wife, like, because everyone's watching each other's vlogs at the end of the day. The wife is like, hey guys, I'm with, like, Hernaldo, my yoga instructor, like, we're gonna be
or just like a dude at a Subway, like just think of all the
yeah.
jealousy that would come out. And the same thing with guys, I guess, too. I don't want to make it
would really bring out the fucking worst in everyone, like, because everyone is getting so envious of each other's vlogs. Like, there's no way any relationship can be sustainable whatsoever. Like, well, actually, I think this is, we're kind of doing a form of that, like, at least with our generation today. Not with us, but, like, the people who Snapchat constantly, like, I feel like that's kind of like at least like a level, or even like Instagram stories or Snapchatting. I feel like that's like a few steps below like the idea of vlogging every day. Because I mean, like, you are keeping track of your life and like recording like moments in your life, and like the people who do that like constantly, who treat it like that's like a hobby, I feel like that's like a few steps below that, because you're just constantly keeping track of everything. I just thought of that, and that's kind of
and think of like how fucked up everyone in our generation, and especially like even worse in younger generations, is by having access to social media. Just like their image of themselves, their confidence, their like attention span and all that is ruined by having even just like Snapchat stories available. And then think just like daily vlog, 7 billion of them.
Because anyone who is Snapchatting every day is just trying to like validate themselves, and they're obvious. Like, I'm not gonna speak to everyone, but like at least to one person that we know, I feel like he's very insecure, and I think he's compensating for a lot when he's doing this. And I know you know who I'm talking about.
Certainly.
The guy that we know to Snapchats constantly. There isn't a moment where I'm actually blocked from it, from his Snapchat, but I imagine
actually I might be now as well as it happens.
It's so funny.
It's really unfortunate.
Just to speak in general, like that. I don't know. That's fucking insane. That it's like I don't like what that does to. Because you're not like actually hanging out with that person. You're just hanging out to get with the moment. I mean, that's like an age-old discussion where it's like social media. We're like, what's the authenticity of like these relationships? But
yeah, and I just like. I want to get it. Like I take a lot of photos, and I've been going out. Actually, this is another thing I'm happy about. To throw back to our early pod bit. I've been going out a couple mornings a week now that I don't have class and stuff. Like waking up at like 4:30 and going somewhere and like taking pictures as the sun rises and that kind of thing. And it's been so satisfying, and just like great to get up and get going that early. It feels awesome. But I've been doing that, and I do a lot of photography in general. And I would like to have an Instagram to do something with those, because otherwise they just sit in my Lightroom, like there, And I'd like them to do something, because I'm not going to be able to monetize it. There's so many fucking people taking good photos, but I'd like to at least be able to do something with it.
Yeah.
And so I'd love to have an Instagram for that, but I can't bring myself to like feel like putting my life, like presenting someone with my life is an okay thing to do. Like I just can't get there. And I don't understand the people that are like, oh, people want to see this. People want to see my Spotify annual listening thing. It just pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off, but I can't mentally get to that place.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, I would just say like go for it. Just make the account. There's so many people that have a photography account. I would just do it. I don't know. I don't see the harm in it. I feel like it seems like more of a personal thing for you than.
No, and I take it way too far. To me, it's just like a slippery slope. Like the moment, and also I just know I'll sink so much time into it. Like there's so many things I'd be interested in on Instagram. I will lose so much time to just having that account and looking at other people's photos and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
really rattling tonight here in the apartment.
Oh, earthquakes are the tectonic places. Are you under a like a? Fuck! I just took geology.
A fault?
Like, yeah, is there a fault there?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much right on it here. But I've been checking. Like when it happens, I'll look, and there's nothing going on. Have you ever been in an earthquake?
No.
Oh. Well, we can move on then.
I've lived in Nebraska for my entire life.
Okay, never mind. That's a separate podcast question. I'm gonna write it down and it'll come up in a future episode. Anyway, I can't imagine like how fucked everyone would be like mentally with that much content to absorb, and like you're saying, like friendships and relationships. Think of like. I get jealous when I find out my friends like went off and did something and didn't tell me. Like not super jealous, but like it's a little annoying. Think of how horrible it would be just to like see them laughing like, and for you not to be present.
Self-esteem, FOMO would be off the fucking.
Wait, like, they were talking to their roommate and didn't have me over. They were having a fun conversation with their roommate and didn't ask me.
What the hell, man? What? Well,
and then especially if everyone's making content too, because then it'd be like. Yeah. You went to this cool place and didn't bring me?
Everything would just be like a soap opera. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Like, I couldn't. Well, no.
Confronting James about not talking to him, or everything is just a David Dobrik vlog squad.
How extreme would clickbait have to be? It would be like, I killed myself, all caps. Would just be like everyone's.
I killed Logan Paul's Suicide Force would be blown out of the water. that wouldn't even, that would be considered like just like Tuesday for someone.
Yeah. Ugh. That's a world I don't want to live in. I think at that point I would be unwilling to survive in that world. you think of this as a mandatory thing, or could people like you and me try and escape to the remote forests of Canada and not be a part of this vlogging? Or are we still like mentally like forced to vlog up there, but we can just like, you know, like do it in solitude?
Yeah, I like the idea of everyone having to vlog. I think that's a fun idea. Yeah, I think there would definitely be like refuges where like what if people just like made like other websites to like have be in this vlogger community, and it's just like a website for like what's the place that like there's no internet or like electricity or like anything? I think it's in like, is it like Nevada or something? I know there's like,
I've heard of this.
I know there's like a city that's completely off the grid. Like I feel like that it would get to that extreme to where there's like anti-vlogging movements where you're still vlogging, it's just on a other website that's exclusive. I don't know. Just
also think of all the promotions. You know, like you're getting groceries, and someone's like trying to say like, "Hey, check out my vlog," like give me a QR code or something.
You thought sponsorships in movies and brands and products were bad now. Welcome to vlog world.
And then you'd have like the people like
Manscaped,
you'd have the people handing out those
everything.
sponsorships also vlogging. So they'd be like, check out this shitty application I got to have a Manscaped sponsorship. And then like that, yeah, man, everything would be awful.
Would rule the world. There's no doubt about it.
I'm not really sure where you're getting that, but
Manscaped sponsors everyone.
I feel like everything's like I feel like there are so many things that sponsor everyone at this point.
It's Squarespace and Manscaped. That's the ones that I see the most.
I guess those are common. I don't really feel like I see Manscaped all that often.
Oh.
I see a lot of Squarespace. I think Squarespace is easily the king of it. I mean, there is not a thing on the internet that they don't sponsor.
It's Oh well. Charlie, do you want to get into your question?
Connor, I'd love to.
Here we go.
No, Connor, we're just talking. We're just guys. You know,
we want to get like in the barbershop feel with this kind of podcast, and that's
what we should have called this thing, In the Barbershop. Two guys with shitty haircuts have a podcast called In the Barbershop.
Yeah, my hair looks bad today. I don't know.
Yeah, mine's horrible.
I've been growing it out, and I don't know what to do with it, so I just kind of like,
It always sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? It sounds like, I'm going to grow it out, and it's going to be flowing and natural and great, and then you look like this after 2 months.
27-year-old Hugh Grant and Maurice. Like, he has this haircut where it's like, it's long, and he just has it like perfectly to the sides, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I want to do that. Now I just look like a goober, and I shave my face, so that's worse.
I go really quickly into like a salad bowl kind of a thing. We're not quite there yet because it's still trying to curl up, but pretty soon it's just going to be a mat, and it's going to be miserable. I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, there we go. I got it. My question, Connor, is after 9/11, I think it's always a fun light topic to touch on.
People are now making jokes about it. I
think we're there. I do think we're there, where you can sort of reflect comedically on it. Horrific thing. We should really
so bad.
Really want to cover my bases. I'm coming hard down against 9/11. The BQWA podcast is against the actions that took place and led to the event we now refer to as 9/11.
We don't like it.
So now that we've addressed that, that we don't like 9/11. My question is related to the fact that after 9/11, people's demands for content in like movies and TV completely shifted. No longer did people want to see things to do with planes or like explosive action movies, but it went like all to HGTV and Food Network, just like easy, fun, comfort in your home, safe situations. And so my question is, what are people going to want after Rona? After the big vid moves on, vid. Those are a lot of things I like to say when I talk about the virus. I
Um,
think that's cool.
I honestly, I kind of think it'll go back to normal, but I do think that there will be a big shift. The thing that I think is fucking annoying now is that everyone is like hammering down on are finding love in quarantine, and all of the late night people are like just like doubling down on COVID. Jimmy Fallon is making all of his jokes and bits about COVID. It's fucking annoying. I don't want to hear
Do you
about
like
it
Jimmy
anymore.
Fallon? I don't think
No,
he's very funny.
I think he's fake. Um,
I kind
I
of
think
feel that too.
I think
I was going to say
Conan is
something
the
more
best.
derogatory than that. I love Conan. Actually, Craig Ferguson. He's no longer on air, but I am a
Oh,
huge Craig
I've seen
Ferguson fan.
a bunch of video essays on him. Isn't he the dude that like rips up his like question cards and just throws them out before every guest comes
Yeah.
on, and just kind of like improvs the, yeah,
Yeah, and he just like leans into the discomfort. I don't know. I think he
yeah,
and Conan are by far the best. I'm a huge Conan fan. Of people that
yeah.
are on air right now, I think
I
he's
think he's
just,
the funniest out of any of the hosts.
and he just
Um,
seems more genuine. I feel like
yeah,
Kimmel and uh
Corden's the worst.
yeah, and he's also apparently an asshole. I'm sure they're all assholes. I guess I
Yeah.
shouldn't say that, but yeah, Conan just we don't need to do that. Sorry, but anyway, I think I could see content. I like am made vaguely uncomfortable, and I hate that I'm saying this because this is not the kind of thing that I normally think of myself as getting caught up in. But I get like vaguely uncomfortable when I see scenes in movies and shows with like big crowds of people, and or like people talking to strangers and stuff, even like up close. Um, I don't know why. That's very not me to get affected by that kind of thing. But I feel like you could see a lot of like Lone Ranger stuff, like people finding a way to succeed in a world that's
Oh
against
yeah,
them.
yeah. It's kind of like Halo Master Chief where you're just a lone wolf. Like you're going about this whole thing alone. There's no teamwork. You're not interacting with anyone. It's just you and the objective.
Yeah, Halo Master Chief.
Fuck off.
I just think it's incredible. I enjoy your YouTube channel because I am informed of so much of what's happening on the internet through it. Like just when you make a video that I don't understand, I assume it's making fun of something and then think it's funny, but I have no idea about anything. I know who Master Chief is.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just kind of like parody everything or just kind of like make fun of it because I think a lot of shit is stupid on the internet. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a breath of fresh air, even though I don't really know what the bad air is. Um, I guess that's what like I'd be interested in seeing, but I feel like more people will want to see like heartwarming groups and things like that. Probably like finding love stuff, like you're saying. Maybe romance
Yeah,
stuff takes off.
like the reality TV shit that's come out during quarantine, like COVID, has been like insane. Like I feel like there's been so many like popular dating shows and reality TV that's come out this year that like I feel like wouldn't be as spotlit if it wasn't for COVID.
Yeah, I mean, if you were lucky enough to make anything last year, you're doing well right now. I feel like everything is just getting hugely boosted view numbers.
Yeah.
If you're somehow not succeeding, that's a shame.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it goes the like singular lone wolf master chief, I like to say, kind of an angle, or if it goes towards like groups of people and heartwarming content. Is
I
it
don't
like
think
fight
so.
the virus kind of a thing, or is it like we're all happy
I don't know.
together?
It could. I don't. I think it's one extreme or the other because I think there are so many people that are kind of like along the mentality that you were describing, where, especially influencers, I don't know, it's annoying, where they're like, do you guys ever watch TV and when people are close to each other are like, where's the mask?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I hate that.
I make fun of
saw
that all the time in
somewhere.
my videos, but
Oh, I think I saw it on your thing, and then I learned that other people were saying it because of that. But yeah, I saw that, and I hate that I experience it, but I do.
I don't. It's. I feel like I don't know. Not to get too into this fucking COVID thing, even though that's the kind of what the question is about. Like, I feel like the people who like care way more about COVID than needed to. I do think it's like a genuine concern. Like, who wants to get this thing?
Yeah, I hate that you always have to bracket it like that, because there are people that are going way too far, but then you have to say, like, I acknowledge that it's bad.
I just feel like people who are like really like privileged, like these influencers and celebrities, are like taking this thing like way too far. Like, not everyone is fortunate enough to stay in their home. And like, I think like the mayor of like Austin, Texas is like vacationing, and he like told all of his people to like stay home, like keep quarantining or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. And I think we're going like I don't know if we're all going into a lockdown again. I don't know if that's what I keep hearing.
You guys are effed.
What?
You guys are doing poor over there. I'm not super excited to come back to it. I saw something that said like Omaha's positivity rate was like over 28%, which just seems awful. Like, genuinely everyone is getting it in the city of Omaha, it seems like. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. Who fucking knows? But yeah, I'm trying to like... Maybe that like Food Network stuff makes a comeback. Maybe like... I'm just trying to like... Because like now that we're in the moment of this, I'm like, is this like... No, I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
Maybe like, it's worth, I guess, also thinking that 2020 has been a bad year for most things. Like, most people are depressed.
A lot of the boxes are being checked,
So maybe it's less about a post-corona, but also just like a once we kind of get to a somewhat better cultural mental state.
Maybe like a lot of the television will be like, and this like movies will be kind of like less cynical and be more like, you'll have like these like Captain America characters and like who do no wrong. They're just like good to be good. They don't really have any like any sort of like anti-hero to them. They're just kind of like pure good, like bad versus evil type stuff. Because like I don't think people want to just like keep like getting down on themselves about shit. They just want to see like all the good. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you've got, I guess that's probably where it leans. I think the thing, like the content I'm interested in of lone wolf, like persevering tough circumstances, Master Chief, exactly. I feel like that kind of stuff probably, I guess, doesn't, even though that's what I'd be interested in, I feel like that is probably not where we're headed the more I think about it. It'll be interesting to see how long it lasts, I guess, because I'm sort of the opinion that the world is not going to get all that much better. I feel like the more social media and like the more people's lives we gain exposure to, the more depressed we're going to be, like just in general as a society. And so I just wonder like how much more generally happy all the content that is created becomes. Because that's I just think what people are going to want to see. They're going to want to escape from where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like why, I feel like I've talked about this before on the podcast, but like that's kind of like why a lot of the music during the kind of like the 2008 like recession housing crisis, like a lot of the music was like club, like let's just like get fucking drunk, like we don't care. Like that's why like the Black Eyed Peas were huge, and they purposely made that music because no one wanted to hear anything downtrodden. They just want to hear like
Mm-hmm.
tonight we're having a good night, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
boom
with the
boom
same
pow.
synth thing repeated for like three and a
Yeah,
half minutes
yeah,
with no
whatever.
variation. Yeah.
And honestly, now that I think about it, like, although a lot of the music has been depressing this year, like, I feel like a lot of like the most popular things have been like very feel good. Not to say the weekend. I'm kind of like going out. I know you don't really pay attention to like R&B or the weekend.
Did you say The Weeknd?
Yes. He came out with an album that's like, it's not depressing or anything. It's like moody, but a lot of it is very positive music. Like Dua Lipa, she's like a lot of like 80s revivalism type stuff has been, not that it's like anything new, but like I don't know, just like the music I feel like has been very positive this year to kind of like counteract the depressiveness.
I'm looking up Dua Lipa, not because I'm unfamiliar, but yeah, because I have no idea who that is. Okay. I wonder, yeah, maybe nostalgia becomes the thing.
Yeah.
Just because it's not really. I feel like actually, given how shitty everything's been this year, people's mentalities are pretty strong. Like just trying to remain positive and upbeat about things. I don't know if
Yeah.
you'd agree with that, but I think even like
No,
with
yeah.
quarantine and stuff like that, people are like trying to stay, you know, like we're gonna find a way to have fun in quarantine. But maybe
Yeah.
it's less about like trying to find happy and warmth like it was
Yeah,
after
you don't
9/11.
really see a lot of like, this fucking sucks, like I'm depressed. But I mean, you do see a lot of that, but I feel like the overall takeaway from this is like, let's stay positive, let's do this thing.
Yeah, I feel like given the presence of that mentality, maybe it is less about finding happiness in you know something fake and more just like looking back at a different time that was good.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe that was
Yeah, I agree.
stuff that was happening after the terrorist stuff, and I'm just not as aware of it. But
Yeah. Well, they even mentioned, like, you know, you talked about the Spotify Wrapped. I got my Spotify Wrapped, and it says, like, this song was, like, getting you through the tough time. And it's just,
yeah,
like, one of my top songs that I played this year.
you want to talk about our Spotify Wraps? I mean, I know we talked earlier about us sharing that's kind of weird, but you want to just go through them quick, run
Yeah,
them down?
actually, Brockhampton was my #1 artist of all time.
Wow, I just
we
got
don't need to go
Spotify
any
this
deeper.
year,
Really? How do you
so
like it?
I'm a big fan. It turns out there's a lot of music out there, Connor. I wasn't aware of that previously. This
What'd
was
you
my
use
system.
before?
This is good. I used Google Play Music,
Did they cut that?
along with four other really excited people that loved Google Play Music. Yeah, and the only reason I used something different is because they stopped doing it. And tried to make us go to YouTube Music, which I looked at and it seemed like it was awful.
Yeah,
But
it
all
doesn't
I
seem like
want,
the most, yeah.
yeah, all I want in life is one playlist, and it's just like a library, just a library of music, and that's all I have on Spotify is one playlist called Library, and I dig it. And so, like the thing that I couldn't use Google Play Music anymore, but the way I would discover music on that format is I would take note, like if I heard a song on the radio or something I liked, I'd write it down in Google Keep, which is a notes app I have that I don't really like and need to find a better alternative for.
Yeah.
And then I would, when I had time, which would be maybe every 4 months, I'd go to YouTube and just type in the artists and the songs I wanted to hear, listen to them a few times, and then decide if I wanted to add them to my library. It was so hysterically slow and
That
inefficient.
sounds way so convoluted.
Yeah, I discovered no music because it took forever to commit. You know, because I have to skip the ads all the time. I can't just let it play because it'll end up on some dumb conspiracy shit or whatever. It was such an ineffective system.
Yeah,
and so
that
now
sounds
I'm able to hear all kinds of music, and it just comes to me. Like, it brings the music to me. No longer
Yeah.
do I have to individually search each thing I might be interested in to find it. What a world of difference it's been. I'm a big fan of Spotify. Big thumbs up for the folks over at Spotify.
Spotify, you're doing great. I love it. Yeah, I just love Spotify because of how personal it is. Like, I feel like it's a very personalized experience.
It's like they know me, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like me and Spotify, like, get each other. Here's an annoying thing about... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. You, please.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, I had Tidal for a bit, and I thought that... I feel like I discovered a lot more music through there. But
Tidal?
Yeah, it's like... I don't know. I mean, it's pretty popular, but it's definitely... I don't think it really compares to, like, Apple Music or Spotify. It's like Jay-Z's streaming service.
I should do that. I should be Charlie Roskin's streaming service. Call it Artist.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think that's a bad... Like, that. I think that would pass for a streaming service that's just called Artist.
Just imagine being able to, like, put your name on something and then have millions of people find it because of that. It's like unfair. It's like they just have, like, they're overpowered. Those people are OP in life.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of disadvantages that come with that lifestyle. But
obviously, it's very hard. We're not saying any of that.
We are not in favor.
Yeah.
This podcast is just the backtracking show. It's just 40 minutes of backtracking each week.
We're just doing a callback
saying something stupid and then making sure it's clear we don't mean it.
We're eating our own foot every podcast. It's great.
Eat foot, the show.
Anyway, I think that wraps it up for the podcast. We've hit a tight 40, 45, I think. I think it's time to...
Right in the sweet spot.
Yeah, hit out of there. Thank
Connor, are you recording your audio separately from the Discord, or do you record it as it goes through Discord?
I record it separately.
Okay, good, because it went horrible for about 20 minutes there, and I didn't say anything.
Wait, are you recording your own audio?
No. Your audio was just almost unintelligible for about 20 minutes.
Oh.
Super robot-y. Hopefully that was just Discord and not like your cord. Anyway,
I think that was Discord because I upgraded to a gig internet speed. So
wow.
Yeah, I don't think it should be that bad. But yeah, I record I use my Snowball.
Nice. I wanted to address that. Oh, that's right. I thought it might be your headphones because I know you've had problems with them. But if it's the Snowball, I'm sure it was fine. I wanted to address that in case anyone else found that to be awful on the show and we never mentioned it. So anyway, now that we know it's not a problem and I've tanked the end of the show again,
thank you guys for listening.
Head out.
Yeah.
We'll never hear from you again. This is the last one. Bye.
Final episode. Goodbye.